Next, our speaker is going to be Cuyler Walker from he's running for Pennsylvania State Rep in the 158th District. Cuyler?
Thank you, Chuck. As Chuck said, I'm running for the State House of Representatives in the 158th District. It's an honor to be with you this morning. For those of you who are in the district, I hope to be your representative in Harrisburg, because I believe that if we put the values that we share into practice, we can truly make a positive difference in the lives of all the citizens of Chester County. I'm a lifelong resident of the county. I'm a small business owner. I'm a corporate lawyer who represents employers. For the last 17 years, I've served as a township supervisor in East Marlboro. And I also have experience in both federal and state government, including having worked in the Reagan administration in the 1980s. In thinking about my remarks today, it occurs to me there's a brief story that I could share with you to highlight some of my concerns about the approach that the Democrats and the Liberals take to public policy. I'll tell you the shorter version because you're going to hear from a lot of people today. But there are two Russian serfs living in the hinterlands of Russia, eking out an existence for themselves and their families. And one day, one of them is visited by his fairy godmother, who grants him one wish. And he wishes for a goat so that he can provide milk and cheese for his family. Well, he's very happy with his goat, but his neighbor is resentful that he now hasn't had his quality of life improved, and he's still dealing with the same challenges that he's always faced. Well, after some time, his fairy godmother comes and says that she understands his frustration and that she's there to solve his problem, and she'll give him one wish. And he says, "That's great, I wish that you would kill my neighbor's goat." Well, obviously that's intended to be humorous, but there's a serious aspect to it because I think it reflects the difference in the way President Obama and we would approach issues such as the persistent income inequality that we face in this country. And I worry that President Obama would approach the problem by tearing down those who've had some measure of success, as opposed to lifting up those who have not. That is not the American dream. The American dream is based on equal opportunity, not equal outcomes. And you don't strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. As Republicans, as conservatives, as Christians, we believe in a set of values that I think, if put into practice, serve everybody in society. It's not us versus them. Our programs, our policies, our values are based on compassion, and compassion for those who are most in need. Because through our policies, those who are most in need have the opportunity to break the cycle of intergenerational dependence on government programs and poverty, and to lead lives of self-sufficiency and independence. Our compassion is also shown in our positions on issues such as freedom of religion and the protection of life. And I'm very proud that last summer my law firm stepped up, and as a sign of our commitment to compassion and the protection of life, we took up the cause of Sarah Murnigan. Sarah was the patient at Children's Hospital who was denied the opportunity for a life-saving double lung transplant because the Obama administration decided that as an 11-year-old, she was not even entitled to be considered for the procedure. Much the same way the Obama administration would treat an 11-week-old fetus as not being entitled to protections. Representing Sarah on a pro bono basis, our firm was able to obtain an emergency order from a federal judge in Philadelphia, and Sarah was placed on the donor list and her life was saved. That's an example of what we can accomplish when we practice compassionate Christian values. And that's an example of why I want to serve in state government. And I'll just leave you with a passage from Scripture that reflects my views on how our elected officials should govern. In the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 8, we are told to do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with our God. If we are guided by these principles in everything that we do in government, based on humility, kindness, and justice, I believe that we will be able to say that we have faithfully and well served our constituents. Thank you.